iPhone 14 Plus, Apple's entry-level large smartphone, Google Pixel 7 Pro, Google's latest flagship premium device, face off in a speed test comparison in this video. Seeing as both of these are in the same price bracket, let's go ahead and do a boot up test in 3, 2, go. I'm really surprised I haven't done this video a while ago, but I just thought about it today and I figured let's go ahead and see how these two phones stack up in a speed test, because when you're spending $799, $899, this is what you basically can choose from in this price range. If you're looking at, a Pixel or an iPhone, obviously you could look at a regular S23, but if you want an S23 Plus, you're going to go up to even higher than the iPhone 14 Plus at $1,000, and the Google Pixel 7 Pro taking far longer to turn on than the iPhone 14 Plus. So in this particular boot up, the iPhone 14 Plus did take the win. Now, when it comes to the unlocking of the biometrics, you can see just raise to wake, look at the phone and go in. Face ID, not really very different from even years past Face ID. Now, on the Google Pixel 7 Pro, you are going to find yourself that in-display fingerprint sensor, which is improved over the Pixel 6 Pro. However, I wouldn't say it's the fastest one on the market, but it's still very good. And when you have always on display, you can just go ahead and click right there. So which one is actually faster to get into? I would say that it's probably a toss-up, but the Pixel, once you know where the fingerprint sensor is placed, you don't even really have to look. Like, I could go like this and still unlock that phone. So I think you'll probably be able, once you get the hang of it, to get into the Pixel a little bit faster. Now, the iPhone 14 Plus, generally speaking, in terms of speed of general user interface, how it looks, it doesn't look as fast as the adaptive refresh rate on the Pixel. The Pixel, to my eye, just looks faster with its 120 hertz. And I know nobody's gonna scroll like this, but we're trying to see speed here, and you could see the Google Pixel 7 Pro definitely appears faster. There's just a little more chop here on the 60 hertz of the iPhone 14 Plus. I will give the iPhone 14 Plus this though. For a 60 hertz panel, it is the smoothest out there for a 60 hertz panel. Like, if you take the Pixel or a Samsung phone out of their adaptive refresh modes, then you will see, like, out of the smooth display, you will see it looking choppier than the iPhone 14 Plus. So the iPhone definitely smooth for a 60 hertz, but cannot top these smooth panels when they are in their 120 hertz modes. And we have arrived at the application portion of this speed test. Let's go ahead and show you that everything is closed out on both phones, guys. Let's go over here to calendar, and you can see faster for the iPhone. They both have a little bar to navigate back home at the bottom. We're gonna go into calculator. You could see that was first on the iPhone. We'll go into clock here. Look like first on the iPhone. So the Pixel stock animations don't seem to be as fast. There we go, about the same. Maybe the iPhone there. Let's head up out of there. But that gesture going back, equally smooth. Let's go into Play Store, App Store. And that one was first to the iPhone. Now the Pixel is using the Tensor chipset. Let's go over here to, and Titan M2 for security. But I do have to say that this is not the fastest chip out here on the Pixel. It still performs near flagship performance while offering you and undercutting the price by several $100s of some competing flagships. So that's where its value really lies. Let's go into Twitter here, and you'll see that's first on the right. And we'll go to profile here. Plus you get a triple camera and zooming capabilities versus topping out on a 5x digital on the left. Let's go ahead and click this latest post. We're going to go back here just to kind of see how they perform in application. Pretty good. Let's scroll out of there. We're going to go into Groupon, and you'll see that's first on the Pixel. Categories. First on the Pixel, things to do. Maybe on the Pixel. So when you're actually in, again, you're going to find that faster scroll here. Looking choppier with the 60 hertz for sure. All right, so let's go into Amazon. And you can see that, Amazon was, I didn't even see that one. It was so close. Which one won that one out? Let me know down below. But scrolling, still, I can see that smoother scroll on the Pixel. We're going to go into Best Buy here. And Best Buy, faster on the iPhone. And products here, computers and tablets. The Pixel actually performs more in the refresh like an iPhone 14 Pro Max. The iPhone seems a little snappier with the A chip, but there's no split screen multitasking on that phone. And it looks like Pixel had Starbucks. We'll go into Dead Trigger 2. The thing I'm liking about current Android devices, though, is that they're definitely getting closer to that of the iPhone in performance, especially in gaming. But, you know, it's not like they're getting blown away like they used to. Back in the day, these Android phones would get demolished by the iPhone in the gaming department. I'm talking about the regular flagship Android phones. I'm not talking about ROG phones and gaming phones of those sorts. I'm talking about just these consumer grade phones. But you'll see once in game, pretty good. You still have a notch here though versus a punch hole, so the Pixel a little more immersive with that. And having that higher refresh means you can have maybe a smoother gaming performance as well. We'll go into Asphalt 9, but that doesn't mean it's faster or more polished, because a lot of developers still like to favor the Apple platform because, you know, there's probably more money to be made there. And you can see iPhone does load that up, and we'll hit play. And a lot of iPhone users are probably more likely to buy applications, so you can see why they might favor that platform, as well as the fact that it's getting easier with Apple's developer tools. Call of Duty here, which one can load this up first here? Requires a little more power. It does look like the iPhone had that jump on the Pixel. Yeah, so the iPhone definitely had the jump there. And I'm just going to go to the match page here. And you'll see that, yeah, the iPhone was faster here over the Pixel. But once you get in the game, it's you got to match up anyway. You're going to have to wait for the lobby. Session's going to start. And you'll see we're in Nuketown over here. And then you'll see loading up there on the left. I'm going to have to leave this match. Hopefully the lobby's not too mad, but it looks like it's not going to be a major difference, even in Call of Duty. Let's go over here to Subway Surfers, and you'll see Subway Surfers here loading up first there on the left. Shout outs to the latest map update in Chicago, my hometown. We're coming out of Chicago. That's where we're recording from, actually. But definitely Subway Surfers pretty close in these basic games. Let's go into Temple Run 2. And you'll see Temple Run 2 representing that Earth Day. You'll see it looks like Temple Run 2 on the left. So the gaming seems to be still snappier on the A series chip. We'll go over here to 3D Mark, and you'll find 3D Mark faster on the left. All right, so let's go to Geekbench 6 here. You can see faster for the iPhone. We'll go into KineMaster, and you'll see faster on the iPhone as well. Looks like we're loading up an ad here for the Pixel. But overall, I find in this whole test that it's smooth versus a little snappier here. So there's sacrifices to be made on both of them, but the Pixel is probably the better value for sure, because it's only like a hair behind the A series chip in real world performance, and it's smoother and more storage you can get for cheaper than the iPhone 14 Plus. So, and arguably a much better camera offering at that price point. So I gotta say, I would probably still pick the Pixel for the 120 hertz, but if you want pure speed, the A series is the winner here in this app test. Let's go ahead and go back through the application, see if we get any reloads on either phone. Pixel does have 12 gigabytes of RAM, and we have 6 gigs on the left. Subway Surfers, resume that well. Call of Duty is gonna take me back because I was leaving the match. We're gonna go into Asphalt 9. Looks like they're both going to head back to the lobby here. We're going to go into Dead Trigger 2. And one thing you'll notice about the Pixel, if you take a look, a lot of Android phones aren't as smooth as the Pixel when it comes to going back between the applications. So if you're looking for an alternative to the iPhone experience, the Pixel is probably one of the best Android options on the market today, for sure. It's got that same buttery smooth feel you love and know from iOS, and if you just want to try something different, Pixel definitely has that locked down for you. So the app, you know, reloads just buttery smooth on both of them. I'm very impressed with the Pixel. The iPhone, I'm impressed as well, but I've been impressed for years. So I always like to benchmark it next to this because iOS has historically been pretty reliable and pretty smooth already. So it's kind of more exciting to see how far these phones have come. Not to make it seem biased, that's not the point. The point is that Android phones, we all know, used to be much slower. So that's why I kind of like talk about it in that way. And as expected, the Pixel 7 Pro, no match for the iPhone in the Geekbench scores, almost doubling on both of these for the iPhone 14 Plus. Let's get up out of here. We'll go ahead and run a 3D mark for good measure. I don't think the Pixel will win it out here either, but I'm going to go ahead and run it anyway, and we'll be back with the final scores, but it should be much closer than Geekbench 6. So I'll be back when they are done with this test. And it actually did double the score nearly again, not quite, but nearly again on the iPhone 14 Plus. We have a 2817 overall versus 1615 and 16.9 average frame versus 9.7. You'll see that the iPhone 14 Plus scores better than 73%. The Pixel scores better than 44%. So what this tells me throughout this test is that the Google Pixel is more about optimization. It's more about, just the Google experience. And there is a sacrifice in the CPU. You are getting the Tensor, which is not as fast as the A series, but for general everyday use, camera, smartphone usage, getting this beautiful screen, triple camera, it's still a great value, but the iPhone 14 Plus is crowned victorious here. It is a faster device, although I'm going to tell you right now, and I'll tell you for the final time, it's not as smooth because of the 60 hertz. It's not as smooth to the eye. You'll definitely notice that. Just feels like older iPhones, like 12 Pro Max, for example. That's it for me. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know which one you would pick down below in the comments section of this video. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. I'll catch you all in the very next episode, and peace.